Livewired live. Livewired live. Livewired.
Yeah, so we're just about to crash. Please fasten seatbelts. Seat backs and trays in the upright and stowed position. Brace, brace, brace. So yeah, we're just coming into Denniston. This is where I spent the first few years of my life. In the mansion, as I like to call it. We're coming into a nice area, as you can see. This is Denniston now, isn't it? My first bike was stolen on this street. We might actually pass by the bit where it was stolen. Oh geez, we're nearly there. This is Alexandra Park. This is interesting. On the right here, do you see where it says Daily Record, Sunday Mail? I used to go there every day. We're actually right round the corner from where I used to live. I put my bike outside and went in to buy, you know, a copy of Beano or Wizard chips or something. And I came out and some shit had stole my bike and left a pram. I mean, where'd you get a pram? He left a pram. I was in tears. I was like 4 years old. And I'm running up here. This is Alexandra Parade. I'm running away up there pushing this pram with my bike. Yeah, happy memories. It was a Tomahawk, I think. Oh man, it's years since I've been here. So if you keep going down, it takes you down to Parkhead.
Cool.
And the right here is Hag Hill Primary. That's where I used to go to school long time ago. Now, look at the state of that. Jeez. Okay, get some good heritage. Yeah, so basically this is where I grew up until I was like 4 or 5 years old. This was my primary school. Right across the road, I mean you can see how far. It was number 16, it's a bit obstructed by the thing. This was my front living room. And at the back of the house was like the bedroom where everybody lived, the kitchen. You go through the back and we used to call them the middens. It's like, did you have middens? It was like a big steel bin and you used to stick all your stuff in it. The midden men would come and take it away every week, but we used to play in them. We thought it was great. But it looks very similar to when I was last here, but it's strange coming back. The school wasn't quite so boarded up. We used to go in, we used to have spikes everywhere, because I know we used to climb over them and get caught and stuff, and we'd be like, oh, I mean, somebody caught me. It's nothing to do with the spikes. And my classroom was actually around that side. We used to go in the door there, and it was round the other side. It was very, very ornate, very old school. I don't know how they managed to get a tree growing out the top. They must have had some sort of a plant life going on up there. But yeah, don't know how long it's been closed. We've got some audience as well. We've got some people looking out the windows. It's quite interesting.
They probably lived here since when you were born.
Yeah, they probably remember me. Oh, his hair's getting a bit long. It's just gonna get longer, I'm afraid. So as you can see over here are the bike sheds, but it was full of prams as far as I can remember. It wasn't, you know, I was like, I'm taking the pram, you know, after my bike went, and I thought, I'm having the pram. But I think these windows here, that was my classroom. I spent primary 1, 4 or 5 years old before I moved out to Cumbernauld. Yeah, this is where it all happened. Used to get into fights and you'd kind of resolve them here. But I remember one day in this path here, somebody attacked me with a belt. Good, you know, honest Glasgow bit of thuggery. And then another day there was like a courier van. There's none around here, but there was a courier van going by, and I picked up some gravel or stones and pelted it, and we all thought it was great. And the guy's done a run around the block and right back round and caught me. He's grabbed me with the bloody ear and frog marched me back into the house. Battered all over the place. So it's kind of strange for me because I just got off a plane from home and I've not been here for so long. It's a bit like a trip down memory lane, going to see where you were brought up. Because even the hospital that I was born in isn't there anymore. There's a lot of dog crap around, I don't know. I don't know what they're feeding their dogs because they seem pretty solid and frequent. Rabbits. It's number 16. We're almost there. I can't imagine what it's like now, but it was all right. You know, it was a nice place. Here it is. Here, this used to be my front window. Yeah, it was good fun. Good old days. So yeah, let's go.
Many times you crashed a motor there.
I think I've rear-ended somebody twice, and I've been rear-ended more than once.
In how many days?
Right, okay, I had 2 bad crashes in 2 days. My neck's alright. The first gig I played was with Q-Tex, and that was in the Glasgow Caledonia University. It was like a student night. They put on some rave, and I was like, "Hey, can we play?" I'd been making stuff at home, and the guy's like, "Yeah, you know, whatever." No payment, couple of beers, and that was how it all started, really. I mean, a year or two later, same sort of thing. Just DJing was just a hobby. Didn't really do it to, you know, I learned how to do it, but it wasn't to make money or get into it. It was just a hobby, and I get asked if I would do a thing at a local sort of pub, and I was like, yeah. And God, that must have been 92, 93, and terrible sound system. I was like this DJing, but yeah, it was good fun. In the early days, I used to listen to a lot of stuff from America, such as Derek May, guys like that back then. Live PA wise, Enjoy. There's a story behind that one. Yeah, calm down, eh? Guys like that, and Alternate were really big at the time. We would always take ideas and you know, look at that as inspiration, where we would want to go and what we'd want to do. I guess that would be the biggest thing, you know. What used to be, it really used to be like techno and things like that back then. So the first kind of techno or house tracks I would buy were like Jack Your Body, and I always remember tracks like 19, things like that always progressed onto what I do now. God, back then, there's so many things. I wouldn't even call it hardcore, but it progressed into hardcore. The first hardcore things I remember personally were like English breakbeaty hardcore things, Production House were doing a lot of things, Basement Records were doing a lot of things. I was really into that kind of stuff. Scotland and England were very split, so in the south it was guys like Psy was really big, Slipknot was big, LSD, Groove Rider, all those were big down south. In Scotland, Mark Smith was big, Bass Generator, and we had a lot of imported guys. I'm sure there's a whole list of guys I can't remember, but they were the ones who were DJing at the time. And I really just wanted the PA. I had no interest in DJing, you know. We are the lower class. We are the EasyJet of the dance scene. I don't know why, but we are. Yeah, don't you think so? We hardcore.
I would say Ryanair.
Yeah, Ryanair's. What about Transavia in Holland? That's bad. Please don't crash if I ever fly.
No.
But we are looked down upon quite a lot. We get paid less. We probably put in more hours. We do a lot more gigs. If you look at a hard house or any other genre and compare it to hardcore, we've got a lot more DJs on, a lot less paid, and probably outsell a lot of them. Controversial, maybe. True. Yes. Top 5 I've produced. I've got a sort of I've got a personal favourites list, and I've got 5 that I know have been the benchmark tracks that have shaped me. And I guess the first sort of tracks would have been like Bass Action, Technophobia, Bass X, Hardcore Disco, then moving on to like the Scotchman stuff that I did on Dwarf, like Asylum. And he's trying to influence my decision here. But these are happy vibes. I personally don't rate it as high as some. I will play it tonight. You know, you'll see it. Then you go into like Do What You Like, Elysium, absolutely. Turn Up the Music. Actually a big list, but to shorten it to 5, yeah, take any of those. Perks of the job: being able to work for myself. This is a straight answer. But being able to work for myself, get up at 12 every day. Watch Loose Women, sometimes see Trish if I'm lucky. No, just being able to work for myself, go on holidays, see great places, so many nice things. There's a lot of downsides, you know, like I can't say the good without the bad, yin and yang sort of thing. If sales are going bad, if the gigs are going bad, you don't make money, you know, so there's that side of it as well. But yeah, the perks are good. I can't deny it, you know. But it's a business like any other business, you know. I could have a Chinese restaurant. Some months you'll be busy, some months you'll be dead. Aliases, long list. In the beginning, I used to always do things under aliases, never under my own name. So there was Annihilator, Bass X, Bass Action, Annihilator. More recently, Plus System. I can't remember. There's been so many. Give me some hints. The Scunchman. The Scunchman. Let me tell you about the Scunchman.
Lord of Hardcore.
Lord of Hardcore. Scotchman. Scott Banner. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. So many. I don't know. Best moment. There's been so many. You know, the thrill of going to a new place for the first time. Like the first time I went to Australia, I wouldn't say there was one particular moment. The first time when I went to Australia, just as I touched down, I was like, wow, I'm here. When I first went to Moscow or something. And when you get there and people know your music and they know who you are, it's fantastic, you know. There's no replacement for it, absolutely no replacement for it. It's fantastic. I wouldn't say, oh yeah, when I played to this crowd of 200 or 20,000 people, there's always something that comes up that beats the last time, you know. There's always something around the corner. I've done some events myself before. I found it very tiring, very hard work. It took a lot of time away from, you know, studio and things like that. So it's not really what I want to do. Personally, I'd like to just I'd like to be good at football. When I grow up, I want to be a fireman, you know, all that kind of shit. There's so many things I want to do, you know, but musically, how much further can I take it? Do I need to go down the chart road and have #1 hits every week? I don't know. I just want to be happy and have a good life, and score a few goals. I'll be happy. Well, I get asked the same question 10 years ago. Where do you see hardcore going in 10 years? And I'm like, probably fizzle out and die. So there's a question I can't really answer. And as far as old school goes, like old school now, in 10 years, what we're doing now is going to be old school. And that's the irony, am I still going to be doing it in 10 years with ponytail from there, and no hair, bald bit, ponytail? Is that going to be me? And am I going to be playing the same sets in 10 years? I don't know. I'd like to say I could forward it and take it forward, blah blah blah, but we'll see what happens.
This is how we do it. Dig deep in your soul. This is how we do it. 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 Dig deep in your soul. This is how we do it. 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 This is how we do it.
It was brilliant. Scott Brown was amazing.
Respect to Scott for coming up. Thanks very much, man.
Scott Brown in your town. Demolition Records. Here we go.